What to wear while you're commuting? This is also a great question. And there's just as many answers. There's an entire, outfitting industry for this, but we're gonna get kind of, do a nice overview of this. Wear the helmet every time. Like this cool kid. This cool kid wears a helmet every time, and they look really cool. And obviously, there's what you wear depends on how the weather is. So on a nice day, this is just an example. I like to wear like a moisture wicking top, and then maybe like have a windbreaker. If it's too hot, then I can maybe just have the windbreaker in a bag or in my backpack, and then because maybe it's going to be cooler on my ride home or something. Nice to have that extra layer just in case. And then you can see just kind of regular shoes. If you're, some of you folks out there, you might know about clipless pedals. That's like a thing where you clip into the pedal, and like that's some more intense road bike stuff. And we do offer bikes that work well with that, but for the most part, we're kind of doing e-bike flats, flat pedals, and so just your regular shoes would work. And generally, we don't recommend open-toed shoes. Open-toed shoes that can, toes and spinning things. Be careful, On a rainy day, there's two ways you can go with this. Again, there are threads on the internet, Reddit, etc., getting into, oh, what about this? What about this? And it's basically you got to choose your own path. I've kind of gone one path. This is the path that I personally go with as a Seattleite. Hey, I remembered which way to point. I love, so we got a high visibility rain jacket, which is a great investment. I had like a dark blue rain jacket for a few years. And when I started using the high visibility one, I noticed more people noticing me, which was very cool, especially, when you're out in the roads mixing with cars, which we'll talk about a little bit more. We got some rain pants there, which are really nice. Obviously, some gloves to protect your hands. We got some waterproof shoes. Don't skip on the waterproof shoes. Or you can also get, these are also sort of shoe covers here to the right. As you think, water flows downhill. And so you might get the jacket, you might get the pants, but then all of that water is going to flow down onto your feet, into your socks. And so you definitely want to plan for that. I'll say the other direction you could go with this is like the fully cover up and, try to keep the rain off of you. The problem with that is maybe you get a little more sweaty because you're kind of insulating yourself. The other direction that a lot of people like to go in is just have a full different set of clothes either at work or packed in a waterproof bag and just, wear regular athletic biking attire. Maybe with like with a jacket or something to, and gloves obviously to keep you warm, but just the other way is allow yourself to get wet, just embrace the wetness of the rain commute and then go take a shower or dry yourself off when you get to work and change of clothes. So those are the two options. I get the embrace the wet. I'm not quite there yet. I like the protect yourself from the wet. Anyway, on a cold day, similar to rainy day, but slightly different. You still want that windbreaker. We still like that high visibility windbreaker, but now we're going to get in some layers. You see, there's sort of like there's a layer underneath the windbreaker, and again, we're probably having that moisture wicking shirt underneath as well. We also have like sort of a gaiter or a buff to cover up your your face and your nose because those are going to get cold. The cold wind is going to be blowing at your face, and that's going to be really uncomfortable after a minute. And then we also have this, we see a helmet liner. A helmet liner or some kind of like skull cap thing that is able to fit between your helmet and your head. And the nice thing about those is those also cover your ears because your ears get really cold if you don't cover those up. And then we also have some sort of more thermal gloves. I know if any of y'all are in Seattle, our winters don't get cold enough to really need like intense thermal gloves. Normally, we only get as cold to maybe like medium thermal. Then not in, we only get, in the 20s for a week or two anyway. So, these are all things to consider. But generally, these are some great options for commuting attire.